So last week I went to this book festival called YALLWEST. It is a free young adult book festival where one of the biggest things is tons of different publishers are there giving away free books, specifically ARCS. There are a ton of ARCS, which if you don't know, are advanced readers copies. So basically it's before the book has come out, it's to create hype around the book. They'll give it to influencers, they'll give it to bloggers, they'll give them to people like me at these book festivals so that people start talking about them and start promoting their books. Now I got a total of 9 free books at YALLWEST, which is pretty dang good for someone who is just terrible at time management and terrible at going around to the different booths and trying to figure out strategically wise which booths to go to. So I'm gonna go through, they're all right here. So let's pull these out because I've already put them on my bookshelf. Oh boy, this is fine. So I think I'm just gonna go in order of there's a lot of them. I'm just gonna go in order of when I got them and give a real brief description. The first book that I got is The Fountain of Silence by Ruta. Sepetys, I think is how you pronounce their last name. Not 100% sure. I got this from the Penguin booth, so through Penguin Teen. So Fountain of Silence is a historical fiction. It takes place in post-Spanish Civil War / World War II ? Spain. It follows Daniel, who is the son of a Texas oil tycoon, and he moves to Madrid with his parents. There he meets a girl named Anna, and through his photography, I believe he does like street photography, he discovers some really dark things about Spain and the fascist dictatorship with General Francisco. I absolutely love historical fiction, so I'm super excited to get into this one. And I haven't really read any books that take place in Spain. Like, I feel like the European countries that we get the most of is England, for obvious reasons. That's just what people know. Maybe a little bit of France. So I'm excited to read this one. It comes out in October of this year, 2019. The next book that I got is Season of the Witch, A Chilling Adventures of Sabrina book, and this is by Rees Brennan. Ooh, that's a fun little glare here. So this is a prequel to the Netflix show. If you haven't watched The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, don't worry, I won't spoil anything. But it's a really awesome show. This takes place the summer before the show starts, so gives you a little bit of backstory, some of her and Susie and Roz and Harvey's relationship. It looks really cool. I absolutely love Sabrina. I love the TV show growing up, and I love this new show now, so very excited. This one comes out pretty soon, I believe. Yeah, July. I think it says July 9th this year, so pretty soon. The next book that I got is On a Scale of 1 to 10 by Ceylan Scott. This and Sabrina, the last book, I got from the I Love YA booth, which is a branch off of Scholastic, so they're Scholastic books. On a Scale of 1 to 10 is about a girl, Tamir, who is admitted to a psychiatric hospital for, I believe, borderline personality disorder. So she's admitted to a psychiatric hospital for teens. The author actually started writing this when they were in a psychiatric hospital themselves, when they were, I believe, like 16. She wrote a lot of this from experience, her own experience, although it is all fiction, it's not about her. It is a reflection on her experience in the hospital. And this one will be coming out May 14th of soon. That's like next week. So this one will be coming out in like a week. So I'm very excited to read this. I've heard some mixed things about it, but overall pretty good reviews, so I'm very excited to dive into this one. The next book that I got is The Revolution of Birdie Randolph by Brandy, Colbert. This is a contemporary about a girl named Dove / Birdie, she goes by, who is working to be the perfect daughter for her parents. She is working to be top of her class, get the best grade. She quit the soccer team to focus only on her studies. But of course, she meets a guy. She meets a guy named Booker who is sweet but has a troubled past. Pretty vague on what the past is, but said to be troubled. And on top of that, her aunt has returned who has struggled with drug addiction for years and moves in with her family, and so there's a lot of tension, and Birdie's trying to find her way. So this one I got from the novel booth, and that will be coming out in August of this year. The next book that I got from the HMH teen booth, I got as a secret passcode. They'll like tweet things out, different booths will tweet things out and be like, whisper this code and you'll get this book. But you have to like run to the booths to get them. I got Grave Mercy by LaFevers, I believe is how you pronounce their name. This book is already out. I believe all the books in this series are already out. This is book 1 of 3, I think I saw. And this is a historical fiction, takes place in 15th century France. Like I said, historical fictions normally take place in England or France. It follows a girl named Ismay who escapes an arranged marriage by going to a convent of assassin nuns. I can't make this shit up, but that sounds awesome to me. Basically, they train her to serve the god of death, who she is said to be a daughter of, to be an assassin. But of course, when she accidentally falls for a mark, things get a little more complicated, and she has to make a choice to deliver death's vengeance or defy her task for this guy. The next book that I got from the novel booth is Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd-Jones. This is a book about 17-year-old Rain, something like that, Rin maybe. After the death of her parents, her and her siblings work as gravediggers, trying to survive, make ends meet. However, in the remote village of Colbert, where they work, the dead don't always stay dead. This is due to a century-long curse. When the apprentice mapmaker Ellis arrives in town, suddenly these bone houses, what they're called, start rising, become increasingly more violent. So they have to work together and discover what is it about this guy that is bringing these dead back to life. This book comes out in September. The next book that I got from the ARCS booth by Spin a Little Wheel. There's a lot of those at YALLWEST where you spin the wheel and whatever it lands on you get. I was hoping for more tea because the tea that they had is amazing. Instead, I got a book. This is Pride by Ibi Zoboi. I already own a copy and I've actually already read this book. It is a Pride and Prejudice retelling. It follows a girl named Zuri who lives in Bushwick in Brooklyn. Zuri is watching as her neighborhood gets gentrified, and when this rich family moves in across the street, the Darcys, of course, she sees this as the beginning of the end of Bushwick. So again, it's Pride and Prejudice. How can you not love this? This book is already out. I'll probably end up giving this book to a friend because I already own a copy. This exact copy from ARCS. So yeah, if anyone wants this book, hit me up. It's a really, really good book. I really enjoy it. And if you like retellings, this is one for you. All right, I got 2 more, so stick with me. The next book that I got is Midnight Beauties by Megan Shepherd. This is the second book in a series. The first one is called Grim Lovelies. I haven't read Grim Lovelies yet, but it is on my book list to read, and I've been wanting to read those, so I'm very excited to already own this, and then I'm going to hopefully get to the first book very, very soon. It is about a 17-year-old named Anouk who is referred to as a beastie. Basically, she is a animal turned human, is my understanding. She is forced to serve the witch that made her, but when that witch is found dead, it is up to Anuk and her other beastie friends to find out who killed her before time is up and she is forced to remain a beast or animal forever. So I'm very excited to see what happens in the first book and how it continues in this book here. Already it sounds super interesting. I love fantasy, so should be real good. Oh, and the sequel is out in August. The first book is already out, so check it out. Okay, last one. The last book that I caught is The Surface Breaks, and that is so much glare. It is by Louise O'Neill. This is a Little Mermaid retelling. Takes place off the coast of Ireland. Follows young mermaid named Gaia. You know, she is controlled by her father. She goes up to the surface, meets a human. Yeah, I mean, it's Little Mermaid, so not too much to discover there. But it sounds interesting. I'm interested to read another take on the story. So those are all the books that I got at YALLWEST. It is a super fun event. It is free, so next year I 100% suggest, if you are in the LA area, checking it out. It takes place at Santa Monica High School. I got all of these books for free. It's a really good opportunity to discover new authors. You can also meet authors. I got to meet Angie Thomas. She signed my copy of The Hate U Give and On the Come Up. Yeah, so I'm glad I got to make this little video. I just like talking about books. Maybe I'll make more videos about what I'm currently reading. We'll see what I have time for and what I feel like doing. But I also might just read instead of make videos, so thanks. Bye.